This is just a brief video to demonstrate what a solution to this programming project might look like, because it is kind of difficult to articulate some of those requirements in writing and make sure you understood what I meant. So for this sample, I literally just threw this together in a few minutes, and you can see that it has dummy text in it. But the premise here is that this might be like a portfolio website or some place for me to show off my programming skills that I've developed throughout the course of my classes here at Estrella. So that's the setup, and that's a good suggestion if you're looking for an idea of something to put together for this project. You are certainly welcome to use that. What I have here is I've got a layout that is used in all of my pages, and for the sake of making it clear on the video, I use these horizontal rules to sort of show everything between these lines is rendered as part of the render body call. So everything above this is part of the layout, and everything below this is part of the layout. And in that I have an image, and I have links to other pages, and I will show both of those codes in just a moment, both of the markup for both of those, because that isn't made very clear in the lynda.com videos. You may not know how to do it. So the idea here, again, as I click on these other pages, I can see that my body gets rendered differently based on the page that I'm on. The other thing I have is I have a section that's part of what I call sort of my header here, that is also going to render independently based on that section property that I've set in each of those pages. Last but not least, in terms of basic requirements, I didn't do anything very exciting with it, but I do have a variable that outputs. So I made an array of all my previous employers, and I declared that in a code block, and then I made just a little loop here in the body of this particular web page to output that, just as a way to demonstrate that skill. You notice I did some very minor styling here, just with some colors, but as I indicated in the directions, you're not being graded on your web development skills, your web design skills, I guess I should say. So I don't care if your page looks very simple like mine. You are certainly welcome to go crazy making it look nice or making it look interesting if you have those skills, but those aren't part of this course, so I'm not going to look at that for this assignment. And as I mentioned a moment ago, there are a couple skills that I'm requiring that they're kind of shown in the sample that you work through in lynda.com, but they aren't specifically shown. And so how do we add an image on our page, whether it's part of our layout or just part of one of our Razor pages? So to do that, you are going to need to, there is a video, there is a clip in lynda.com in that course called Serving Static Content. And it shows how to enable some static file middleware so that we can do this. So you do need to do that first, add that service, add that middleware setup in your startup. And so I'll let that video demonstrate how to do that. Once you've done that, you can put your images inside that www root folder, and then you can just use an image tag like you've done in like your CIS 105 class to add an image. So image source equals, and then whatever my picture is called. And this will search in that www root folder for a file called my picture. Oops, I'm missing a quotation mark there. And that will display a picture. Okay, that is, we call that static content. The other thing that you're going to need to do is I asked you to do multiple pages, and you need to be able to link between them. And so all you need to do, that's an A tag, href equals, and this is where you would put the web address that you're going to. So for example, if you're going to go to google.com, it might look like that. In your CIS 105 class, if you were linking to a Word document, it might look like this. And if we want to link to another Razor page within our web application, all we have to do is put the name of the page here. And so I have a page that's about my JavaScript, and so I'm going to have a JavaScript link there. And then I have to have whatever I'm going to have the user click on. So it might say something like that, and then I have to close off that A tag. And so what this is going to render as is one big link, and I click on that link, and it's going to take me to the JavaScript Razor page. And so that's how I did these little links here in my layout. That's about it. I just wanted to show how that works. Make sure you send me a message if you're confused or if you're having trouble understanding any of the requirements.